Hello, welcome back to a match for the International 3 group stages. We have got MUFC and Mouz, the two teams that are on the bottom of Group A for the group stages for the International 3. They're facing up against each other. Both teams kind of no longer having a chance to making it out of the group stage, as in, well, everybody makes it out of the group stage, but no longer into the winners bracket, and they'll be directly seated into the loser bracket. We'll see at least if MUFC can get themselves a win in today. Of course, with me as Beat is, my solo co-caster, and don't joke, but welcome back.
I'm calling it now, MUFC 2-0 win.
Really?
I've got faith, they've got this. They had some intense team bonding experience in the last 2 hours.
Okay.
They came together with a new understanding of how to play Dota.
Okay.
And they're going to give it to Mouz. Although Mouz is coming off of a 1-1 split with LGDCN. So they definitely stepped it up a notch in that match. I don't remember who they played first today, but they're 1-3 today, so they're looking to at least get some more wins. Both teams they want some wins, man.
Yeah.
It sucks to lose a lot.
Need wins for morales, at least exactly that. I mean, it's pretty painful. For now, so far MUFC, they have banned out the OD and the Batrider. We have Io and Dragon Knight banned out. And MUFC goes for Lifestealer Chen, two solid heroes, but Mouz Puck for Fada as one of his signature heroes. Not an easy one to face.
Mouz will always pick Puck in the first phase for Fada.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Like, oh man, he plays the same cocky playstyle every time he has Puck, and I think teams are starting to catch on to his playstyle with Puck and punch him for it. I hope so, at least, because he does the same things every game. Like, he'll go to the offlane, he'll farm that very aggressively once he has his blink, and he'll just, like, blink on top of a hero that's next to a tower, give them a silence and orb away, just repeatedly. They try to interrupt someone that's trying to farm in a safe location. But you can bait him out there so easy. I just don't understand the Puck first phase. That's a hero that Fada's definitely comfortable on, and they won a lot with it, so
yep, they did.
Maybe they keep sticking with what works. And Koikwa is a player that absolutely loves Furion. It used to be one of the few heroes he excelled on, but since then he's added a lot more heroes to his arsenal.
We've also
and
had quite a few games where Black played in H Prophet lately.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
In this one?
No, actually this is the first time that we see Mouz in this tournament, so
well, I'm not sure if you, like, stayed up all night watching Mouz VODs because you're a huge Cinderin fan.
This is my night. Like, when we're done, it's already morning, so...
You stayed up all morning watching Mouz VODs because you're a huge Cinderin fan.
No, I did not do that, unfortunately.
Okay.
I don't know if I did that this tournament, but we'll see. Anti-Mage at least get banned out, so Black won't be able to play that one regardless. But we do have a Nexus assassin picked up.
Gone.
Still a lot of carries in the pool, though.
Yeah. Black has confirmed that Anti-Mage is his favorite, though.
Yes. I mean, I don't think there were any doubts about that one, were they?
There weren't. I watched the Team Liquid interview, Hotbid and Black, and Black confirmed Anti-Mage's favorite hero.
Which one was the second favorite? Was it the Pudge?
He didn't even say.
Oh, it's just Anti-Mage.
He just said Anti-Mage is his favorite, and he would rather be playing mid than carry. But it seems stuck him on carry 2 years ago, so he stayed with it.
Okay. Fair enough. He plays a lot of Pudge also, mostly in pubs.
Getting to see the Cattle Nick support duo again.
Yes, not the first time today. A strong support combination. Of course, the last time that we did see it was still MUFC that lost with it, right?
I wouldn't call it strong. It used to be strong.
Okay.
Now it's all right. It's got its weaknesses. For example, a bear can abuse the crap out of that lane. Silbear.
For MUFC? Maybe.
Yeah. If they wanted to play it, Silbear plus Snakes is a solid carry duo. They've got Chen Rubik, solid push support duo. You know?
Okay.
Silbear against those two heroes. What are they gonna do to it? Poke it, and they don't have any disable for the bear. Bear can definitely abuse that lane. MUFC might not have a bear player though.
I think they do. Doesn't TFG play a pretty decent bear?
I've got absolutely no idea. I haven't watched enough of MUFC, which sounds odd because I've casted them 8 times already.
Yup. They have not picked up Barrio though. I don't think we've only seen one lone druid in the entire tournament on our stream. That is.
Yeah, he's not a favorite hero by many teams right now. And Beastmaster getting picked up again. All right.
Yep, Beastmaster from UFC. So not the first time that we see him. Solid mid. Probably be a mid hero for them. Probably against the Beastmaster though.
MUFC's gonna ban up PL just because there's a coddle. And there's a black in the game.
10 seconds.
I'm quite surprised that both teams are probably not going to pick it up anymore either, but they just ignored Visage completely.
Yeah. That is odd.
Reserve time.
Because Visage fits in with push strats better than Rubik in my opinion. Because Visage is a hero that can bring a lot of damage to your team. And you've got other heroes that just lack damage. And there is PL ban. That was easy.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Very easy.
I think you could have even called that one.
We still have a Gyrocopter actually in the pool. We know that Black likes to play that one as well. Bounty Hunter was the last ban out for Mouz Sports themselves. As
I don't think Black likes to play Gyro, because usually when I see him playing Gyro, he loses more games than he wins. When I'm watching at least. It feels like he doesn't have a very high success rate on that hero.
Okay, fair enough. Well, we'll see. They're taking their time. They still have a lot of time in their bonus time. Mouz Sports, a team that hasn't really used any time to think about their draft so far. MUFC, what do they still need? They've got themselves a mid hero. They need an offlaner. We still have a Darkseer in the pool.
You could technically offlane. Just throwing that out again.
Yeah, but I don't really want to see that, so I just hereby assume that that's going to be mid Beastmaster, as we have seen only mid Beastmasters today.
True. Nope, not true. YYF played an offlane Beastmaster in IG versus VP. The Mohawk Master. You don't remember?
The Mohawk Master, that's true. That's true. It was B.A. Baracus in the white edition.
I'm excited to see the hats that this Beastmaster has. Hopefully it's the Mohawk again. Maybe it's the Viking helmet. Which you called the...
It was a Skyrim helmet.
Skyrim hat.
Yeah. It was. Mouz Sports though, I mean they're using all of their time. I mean why not, right? But still. Pretty
they're thinking through their choices. They're probably like, alright, we can pick PA, we can pick... Gonna go to the library, we can pick Black, Zeus, we can pick up Ricky, Potom, you know, just random ass heroes. Cause you could play pretty much any carry in the game. Black's got a really big hero pool. They're just trying to figure out which one fits best for their lineup.
Spectre. Ha!
Wow, they picked Spectre against a Lifestealer.
Yep.
That is interesting, because Spectre usually want to get tanky, and, you know, Lifestealer Feast, he kind of crushes Spectre. Usually when you ever see a team go for Spectre, the Lifestealer isn't picked up in the first phase. That's rule number 1. And rule number 2 is that team bans a Lifestealer in the second phase. That's just standard drafting things that happen. And Tinker is the last pickup from MUFC. And Ling is going to be the one playing Beastmaster? What?
Support Beast? What?
FCFZ is picking up the Chen. Winter is going to be playing the Rubik. Tinker being played by TFG, aka ABC.
Well, we know that they are mixing around their roles, but this is a quite heavy mix. We haven't seen that yet. Not this match anyways. Right?
Ling has always played support.
Yeah.
It's been at Winter that switches off, yeah. But FCFZ is their Chen player, he's also their mid player. So, something had to give.
Okay.
This is interesting. But hey, MUC, what they were doing wasn't working, so they're switching it up on us again.
Well, I don't blame them. Normally it's why fix what isn't broken, but if it is broken, you kind of have to fix it. We have got a disconnect from Black, so in comes a pause straight away.
Tactical pause, call the puppy police, where's Merlini? I'm just kidding, by the way.
Yeah, that was kind of harsh.
Obnoxious? I'll go with obnoxious. You want to go over who's playing what for Mouz?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. So we have Black on the Spectre. Everybody that is surprised, raise your hand. Syndrome will play the Keeper of the Light. We have got Puzzle and Nyx Assassin. Koifa on the Nature's Prophet. And then, of course, Vada playing his signature puck in the mid lane. Got pulled himself a tango.
Yep, only one pull because, you know, he's expecting a pretty easy lane for himself. It looks like ABC, aka TFG, and this Tinker is potentially going to be solo top. Unless they're just offlaning the Nakes, which is something we've seen. It actually looks like it is, because he got pulled twice and he started with the Stout Shield. So he's going to get really quick boots. MUC could really be switching things up here.
Well, I mean, you're 0-10 in the group stages. Are they 0-10 or are they 0... Yeah, they're 0-10 in the group stages.
They're 0-10.
Something needs to change. They are very well aware of that, and they're going to try it out.
In the words of the great AC, they're going to try to turn that bagel into a breadstick.
I don't get that saying. I just don't.
Okay, a bagel
It's
looks
round.
like a 0. Yes, it looks like a 0. A breadstick is a line that looks like a 1.
Oh, really? That's it? That's the most lame anagram ever, or whatever.
It's supposed to
metaphor.
be lame. That's the joke.
It's the most.
Oh, Sheever. Alright, so back to Dota related things. Chen is starting with 3 clarities. I don't remember ever seeing a Chen start with that many clarities because you don't need that many unless you're using Test of Faith on creeps. But it is going to be an offlane X and a safe lane free farming tanker up here.
Yep.
Koikwa has not bought anything other than 2 clarities. He was pulled 2 clarities by Cinderin, so he's probably going to go Gloves of Haste, go straight into the jungle and get a super fast Midas up. Koikwa in the jungle is... Mouz as a team, what they like to do is just out-farm you.
Yeah.
And Koikwa is a big part of that. He's really efficient in the jungle, and just he gets the items up that he needs for... There's like Darkseer, Furion, Batrider very quickly. And what Mouz likes to do is put Koikwa, if they can, on an offlaner that can jungle efficiently. So the 3 that I just named, Furion, Batrider, Darkseer, are the primary 3.
Well,
they do occasionally branch out and put on heroes like Tinker, which they will run aggressive tri-lanes with and such.
he's also been playing some Jarrow Cups.
Syllabear as well. I forgot about Syllabear.
Yeah, he plays a large variety of heroes.
Yeah,
actually.
he does.
Very large. In the meantime, in the mid lane, we have got Rubik with the haste rune coming around to harass Fada a little bit, but he's already on his way back. Actually, that's something that I would like to see more. But
early prediction on this mid lane: Ling, the support player for WC, is going to be crushed by Fata.
The more experienced mid player of the 2. Like, normally already a Beastmaster shouldn't be able to win up against the puck. But up against someone that plays puck over and over and over again.
And he's probably played this matchup probably 50 times at least, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say that Fata's got a slight edge in this. But Beastmaster's job isn't too hard. He's going to be bottle crowing. He already has a bottle up coming over to him.
That's nice. He is actually not too bad. He's even on last hits. He's got 4 with his axe. It's really nicely done. But yeah, it is going to be a very tough lane for him. So in the end, Fada should be prevailing over this one. In the meantime, Lifestealer is going to have some visitors. In comes Cinderin, just laying down some harassments, forcing Huntress player away from the lane and away from experience range, most importantly.
You want Huntress players like, hey, you want to poke me?
Yeah.
I got boots, I'll go run straight into you, Cinderin.
And he just got poked while being behind the tree line, so he knows that there's a ward up. So he pinged it out. But, I mean, who's gonna do something against it, right? The supports are sitting top. They're not gonna come down to sentry up there on that bottom lane. It's like, yeah, now that you know that, at least be safe. No excuse to die. Nature's Prophet looks to take a rune. Nice
hey,
rune
that's
for Koifa.
pretty solid rune for Furion to take when he's low HP, low mana.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Puck farming away in middle. Both heroes are actually farming away. So Beastmaster with his early bottle crow action, doing some good work for himself. He's going to continuously bottle crow and just get CS with axes.
Yeah, we actually have got a push already coming out on the top lane. Huntress player is pushing the top lane out, but the lane is getting pulled back, so push at the stop. But the tower actually only took a 1 hit or 2. Well, never mind, no push at all.
Huntress player is actually bottom lane, not top.
Oh, I mean TFG, ABC, whatever. Stupid people that change their names.
Confirmed.
Confirmed indeed. Pass finds himself in the hands of Lifestealer. Has to be careful not to give any creeps away. Lifestealer is getting some experience though. Last hits not so much, but experience a little bit. Not as much as Black is getting though. And he should still be fairly
Not
safe
as much
here, or
experience
careful.
as Quickquad's getting either. Quickquad's about to crack level 3. He had Cinder jungling with him a bit, so he would be able to kill the camps faster.
Faster Hand of Midas. Faster split
Yep.
pushing. Faster domination from the Nature's Prophet.
Faster Midas, faster Lothars, faster Hex. So I think the plan is... Mouz is really, really efficient at farming. And that's how they've dominated a bunch of these tournaments in the Western scene.
Well, they're not
They,
dominating this one yet, so something has
No.
gone amiss.
I think the big problem for them is they played in so many tournaments over the summer that their boot camp was only 1 week. And in 1 week, a lot of these other teams like Liquid and even Dignitas, Alliance, they all had longer boot camps. They were interesting for Fada to not even try to pick that rune up on top, by the way. They get denied by Winter, but he had a chance to just grab it for himself.
Well.
Anyway, all these other teams, even Navi, they had longer boot camps, longer practice periods, and they were able to change up their play styles and really adapt their play to this new metagame. Meanwhile, Mouz, right now, they're just doing more of the same. When you only have 1 week, you can try to improve on what you're already doing. You can't really get big adjustments to your play style in 1 week.
Looks like a push incoming from Mouse Sports on the bottom lane. Fada just picked up some TP scrolls, so should something be going on, he can be here as well. If MUFC tries to push the
Top tower is under
Radiant
attack.
team back there, but for now, not so much happening. Hunter's player getting forced away. Tower probably will die. At the same time, top tower getting forced out as well.
Radiant structure.
Fortification goes down on both sides, but
Cinder rotates up to top with the blast. He's gonna get that centaur. Excellent. Some bonus gold for Cinderin.
Top tower is under attack.
very nice. Tier 1s, both will die though. Illuminates or not. Mid heroes not
Higgs
rotating
is gonna
just
try
yet.
for a deny here.
Doesn't get it.
Dire's
Actually
bottom
gotta get
tower
impaled.
has fallen.
If Pass gets it
Now he's in
going,
trouble.
there's
Black's
a
got
dagger.
3 points of Desolate and phase boots. He's gonna beat this guy down very hard. Where's Puck at?
Where's-
Puck is not coming over at all. So he's gonna be okay.
I'm quite surprised there was no impale coming out from Pass. I mean, the rage was
did
obvious.
Pass
On,
have boots?
it was obviously on
Yeah.
cooldown. Yeah, he had boots.
Interesting.
Yeah, and they did
Big
see him
Pass.
rage to try and deny that tower.
Haas messed up a bit there and cost Black a potential first blood. Which should have been a first blood, rather. And look at that Midas at 6 minutes on Furion.
Very
So
nice.
very
Simon.
quick Midas for a jungle Furion.
Yes. And that should be helping him get back. I say get back up on his feet, but he was never off his feet, so he's gonna help him get ahead very fast in this game.
Yeah, like I said, Mouz is very good at being efficient, maximizing their farm. And that's why they succeeded in a lot of tournaments over the summer. Boots of Travel picked up already on Tinker.
Yeah, or at least
He-
the recipe for it. The boots itself, not yet.
Well, he has boots in his inventory.
Does?
Yes.
Oh, he just doesn't have the courier. Never mind.
And his courier's been bottle crowing like more than 24/7. It's just always bottle crowing metal. And with that, Beastmaster's been able to stay okay with Puck, but Puck has pulled ahead. Like I said, Bata gonna win the lane. Lane played extra passive because he didn't want to risk dying. Incinerate coming over, giving middle blast.
Well,
That's a play I like to do on Coddle.
let's see
It's
what
called the heal farm from
let's
your
see
mid.
what Ling is up here on this bottom lane. He has got the Invis rune. Open wounds up on Pass. Ling waiting with the roar. There he goes. Axes. Kill. First blood. There we go. Secured. Oh, in comes Puck though with the Dream Coil. If they can get Hunter's play here, they do. That's a nice trade. I mean, Black with the kill. And a kill up on Lifestealer as well. Pretty decent. At least they get something out of it.
Yep. I think Lifestealer definitely wanted that first blood,
Middle
but
tower is under attack.
Beastmaster waited so long to go that his axes just got the last hits. Good response from Bata. He TB'd instantly when the roar went down. And now he's gonna chase out Ling.
Yep. 4 people now of MUFC in the middle lane. Let's see what they can do with that one. They can try and take down a tower. Nice march of the machines from Tinker, but Spike Carapace will be used. He gets a regen rune though if he wants to. Gonna save it for Ling. Very noble.
Yep. Teamwork.
Teamwork indeed.
One thing I will say,
yeah?
playing Tinker against Nyx is a pretty large pain in the ass. Because when he goes into trees with his Blink Dagger later on in the game, once he gets it, he has to spam out March to farm. Nyx can always press his third skill to interrupt a rearm or a TP even. Then you get the puck come in with an orb for vision, or Furon sprouting and popping off Nature's Call to knock down trees and get vision, and they can just kill him off.
You can. At this point, Mouse Sports is pretty confident in their lineup. I think. I mean, they've got pretty much everything under control. Black is farming bottom, pretty nicely done. I mean, they've got the tower down already. Fada is working up towards his Blink Dagger. There's a Hand of Midas up on Quickfire, and Pasta's getting his level 6 on the top lane.
Yep. The Mouse is the efficient team.
Yeah.
Ling
waiting for someone to come top though, for someone to be seen top, because he has got the roar up with the smoke sitting behind Hunter's player.
Oh man, if Paz was greedy here, he would have died. But since he knows that it's dangerous to be up there, he's sitting on the very edge of experience range. That's a smart play from him that just saved his life. And he just cracked level 6. They're fairly quick 6 for that Nyx, considering they did group up and push on bottom.
Yep. In the meantime, I mean, these teams, I like Mouse Sports, but they are playing very safe. And they're not really making anything happen, and they're not allowing Ling to make things happen either. I mean, that's something that he should do. Actually, and never mind, I take it back. In comes Pass, in comes the Hunt, roar up on Fada still, Nature Prophet bouncing through, Hand of God, does not save the Rubik. And I have to really swallow my words. Chen still goes down as well, 2 kills go in the way of Mouse Sports. Nobody dies on the side of Mouse Sports themselves.
This game is like typical Mouse Sports. They out farm you, and they force you to do something, and then when you do something, they respond in a big way, and you lose a fight. And then all of a sudden, you're down by a massive amount of gold. Look, it's only 3-1 right now, and it's already about 1,400 gold lead for Mouse.
And comes an Impale.
Pause initiating.
They go for the Tinker. Here comes the Orb. Fada with the silence. Can they get this kill? It's gonna be a tough one, but might be possible if Pass just gets in range, but he can't. He's not fast enough. Nature's Prophet TPing in though. In comes Quickfire. One more hit needed. Sprout. Oh! That's not gonna happen anymore. In the meantime, right below here, open wounds up on Pass. That's gonna be giving him trouble. Puck still goes down to the Chen as Pass will also still die. 2 kills going away from MUFC. Overextension for Mouse Sports.
So Black, he's just like, you guys please stop throwing. I want to farm. I'm expecting my farm. He's already got Phase Drum wand up. So free farm Spectre, solid start. I want to see if he goes into the Vanguard next to try to tank up, or if he goes for damage oriented items. He just picked up Quelling Blade, so he can see us more easily and farm quickly. Smoke up on Pasta Nyx.
Let's see what he can get done with that. If he can actually make something happen. He needs to have someone with him though to go and gank.
All he really needs is Puck, because anytime they want to gank, it's when Spectre's ult is up.
Yeah, that's true.
There's, look at MUC right now, they're smoking straight into the rain jungle.
Yep, looking for a kill maybe up on Black, who's still sitting bottom, but they will first find Synderen. Synderen is already dead. Roar used for that.
Synderen's probably happy that he caught that.
Yeah, in comes Pasta with the Vendetta, goes for an Impale, in comes the Hunt as well. Fada standing in those marching machines, telekinesis there as well. That's Fada dead. Dreamcoil not helping out. That is 2 dead. MUFC taking 2 kills. Mouse Sports looking a bit, well, suicidal.
Furon used his ult to farm because he was on cooldown there. That is not good. If they had that Furon ult, the Tinker was 100% dead. Instead, the Chen Sembak kept him alive.
Yeah, and that's gonna be resulting from MUFC into a tier 1 on bottom lane as well.
Radiant's bottom
Nice fight for them, but I
attack.
got kinda handed to them, to be fair. You can't fight in that March of the Machines, it's level 4.
If FCFZ has been playing a different solid Shen than yesterday, this game he took the early game slow, he farmed it up,
Under attack.
and they're translating that into towers now. Good work by MUFC. They've got that mech up already, which is solid timing, 13 minutes. And like I said, MUFC is gonna 2-0 Mouz.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Called it.
Radiant's middle
Uh-huh.
tower is under attack.
Just kidding.
Well, for
Well, like,
MUFC's sake, I really hope that they're gonna get some wins, and so I wouldn't even be too sad. Even though, I mean, by default, I mean, I'm from Europe, so in theory, supporting a European team doesn't make me biased, people, just makes me have an opinion. Thank you. But,
Biased.
yeah. Oh, pass. Finds himself Link. TP in from Quickfire as well. In comes the dagger from Black. That's still a roar up on
Back and
Quickfire,
send
but it
home.
doesn't matter. Ling indeed. Oh, even Hand of God still used. FCFC, he might be in some trouble. Nice stun from the Centaur. No impale coming out. FC lives. And as does Ling. Vada got himself to the high ground with the orb.
Fada wanted to come in, but then he was like, oh no, I can't do this.
Nope.
And he backed out.
Vada actually is still building towards his blink dagger. Right now, it's getting kind of slow there.
This is usually the time when he has it. Right now he's got 1200 gold.
Yeah.
He's 0-2 though. That usually doesn't happen to him. Oh, Beastmaster picking up Blink. That's an item we haven't seen on Beastmasters. Tinker picks up a Blink.
MUFC getting those items up real fast. Looking solid.
MUC has a good start here. We just have to see if they can translate that into good mid game and a good win. Something they have yet to do.
I think it's the first time that they had such a strong early game then. As well. I mean, up against the game on Na'Vi, which was their most even game thus far, in the first game versus Na'Vi, they had a strong mid game. But not early game.
One thing you have to keep in mind this game is, for a very long time, unless they win a huge team fight in a big way, Naix is going to be playing catch up with Black. Black got free farm while Naix got sacrificed at the start of the game for Tinker's bots. And Tinker plus Beast finding a kill.
Yeah, blinking
Using
at
those
him.
fresh blink daggers. That mobility, picking out Koikwa. Koikwa was getting really close to having Shadow Blade up.
And that would allow him to split push. And can't have that one. In comes March of the Machines, MUFC.
Radiant's middle
They're looking to let down the pressure. I mean, this is a renewed MUFC that we see here. No safe farming. No waiting around for more items, just going for it. And it's working out.
Couple cool synergies between Tinker and Beastmaster. One, Tinker can bots onto Beastmaster's pets, including the Greater Hawk. Two, that Hawk has a lot of vision for rockets, which makes spamming out lanes as Tinker and stopping pushes, stopping defenses from the opposing team, forcing them to heal way easier. Heroes like Bounty Hunter with Track and Beastmaster with Hawk are so good with Tinker.
And of course, both of those also combine up with the Life Stealer. Life Stealer with the Tinker can rotate all over the map with the boost of travels, and he can invest inside that very same Hawk to just have himself a taxi.
Yes.
That's the most
But that's
awesome
always
thing.
dangerous, because if that Hawk gets sniped,
Yeah, you're all of a sudden in the middle of nowhere land.
Radiant's middle tower.
No man's land. Tinker helps clearing out the tower. Tier 1 tower goes down and you disconnected from the game. And I think you also disconnected from the Skype. Yeah, that's gonna be him disconnected from the Skype. So I'm gonna be calling him back the moment that he gets back. But for now, unfortunately, Bidis has dropped. So I'm gonna have to wait for him to come back. Meantime, Synderen is building towards a mechanism for his team. So looking pretty solid for that. Has got the buckler ready. And looks to be having the Ring of Regen as well. So he's pretty close to that one, or at least pretty close to the headres. And there we have the reconnect from Beatus again. So I'm gonna call him back right about now. As we have Puck jumping himself away from the orb that got thrown out by the Rubik.
my
Yeah.
internet's back.
Welcome back.
Yay.
Yay. So, nothing happened while you were gone? Well, no
I
kills
think something
happened. No kills happened.
Jim picked up on Beastmaster, Omelette picked up
Yeah.
on Naix.
True.
Or Omelette about to be picked up on Naix. Smoke from MUFC. This could be a smoke for Roche. Could also be a smoke to try and make some action happen.
Yeah. They might be trying to get Fada here. He's able to orb himself away though, but blink forward from Ling. He's really looking for that roar. Axes will fly first. In comes
And you see that? Did you see the play that he just made? And by he, I mean Fatan Puck. He likes to blink, silence, orb things, and orb back.
Yeah. Oh. Bye.
Free Cinderin.
Yep. That's Sinrin, that's for sure. But there was the play that he just made. You were in the moment
Yeah, he
saying
just
something.
he blinks forward a small distance and he'll silence and orb back, and that's just a really cocky maneuver that he makes a lot and gets away with for some reason.
Well, orbing
I'm
himself
surprised
out straight
that
away.
it took so long for the Beastmaster to react to that to try and get the roar off.
Tower is under attack.
They're playing it fairly safe. Maybe they were expecting someone to be around there. MUFC not pushing the issue here on the tier 2 mid. They already have got all outer towers. Wait a second, Ling is in a man fight with Koikfa. Well, it's not really a man fight if Tinker is there to help out, but he only got there just a moment ago. So Ling wins the man fight. Not even a roar used for that one. And of course the Gem of True Sight making sure that the Shadow Blade of Nature's Prophet is not going to be of any issue whatsoever.
Yeah, and MUC is playing a really nice game here. And Mouz, they kind of falling apart, I want to say.
Well,
Like the
one thing,
early game for Mouz was strong. They outfarmed their opponents very well, but they haven't been the aggressors at all. They're just trying to play defensive this entire time.
but one
they've got a
thing that we
Nyx
have to keep
and
in
a-
mind, I mean, Black is still farming. He hasn't died yet.
Sure, Black is farming. That's great. That's not enough to win a Dota game.
Actually, with the Spectre it might be.
Okay, not this game. Him farming is not enough to win his team the game because he's against an Nyx, and Nyx just eats that hero alive. They've got a Puck with a blink, and he's had a blink for a while. They've got a Nyx assassin that's been level 6 for a long time. Those two need to smoke up together and go gank. You have Fury and ult come through, you have Spectre Haunt come through. It's enough damage to get a couple of kills. They're not being the aggressors at all, they're just playing defense and playing reactionary Dota. Like, here it is
Ling
again.
roar up on Black. In comes Pasto. Looks for maybe
And
to
the-
take down Ling.
The Hawk
Impale,
actually died
hits,
because there was a...
Ling forward from Fada. Silence. Haunt. Ling. Hand of God. Keeps him out a little while longer, but the Dream Coil comes in. That's going to be a kill. Dominating streak ended. Maybe Tinker goes down as well. They're fighting in the March of the Machines, though. Tinker will drop. They need to back out afterwards. Buy back from the Beastmaster. He's already back on the top lane. There's
There
not
was a
gonna
bot
do anything.
attempt in these trees over here, and I'm not sure if it got killed or if the Hawk just expired.
Pasto will still die. That's their gem gone. That's big. That's huge. Oh, actually, it wasn't their gem to begin with, I guess. It was Ling's gem.
Dire's middle tower.
Well, he
It
gets
was
back.
definitely Ling's gem. Got it back. But it's big to get that gem back onto MUFC because that's their map control.
Yeah.
Using that to counter ward. Yeah, like I was saying, the initial TP from Tinker was cancelled.
Fallen.
And that time, because of a mistake, it was either the Hawk died, like I said, or it just expired on time. That was a mistake coming out from MUC, which Mouz is able to capitalize on. But they can't just hope for MUC to make mistakes. They have heroes to be aggressive. Every time Haunt is up, they should be looking for kills with Spectre. They don't have to be playing so defensively. Sure, you don't want to take a 5v5 engagement when your Spectre's about to buy his relic, but at the same time, you don't have to be sitting, farming, and just hoping that they don't gank you with Beastmaster Roar and a Tinker.
Well, Roshan being attempted now by MUFC with the armlet. Or sorry, the medallion. They can do that fairly easy. Winter with the medallion. You dropped again, so we're waiting for you to get back in. But this Roshan will go uncontested for now, unless they really want to try and make something happen. I'm gonna just get the sound from Skype out of there. There we go. Hoping that he is going to be joining us again shortly. And there's the reconnect again, so I guess that's going to be him back. Aegis gets the way of the lifestealer as Roshan goes down. And we are going to answer our call. There we go, welcome back.
Yay! Internet, yay.
Yay. So, Roshan goes down, MUFC. Taking that one for a freebie. And lifestealer with an Aegis now. Are you expecting MUFC to be even more aggressive at that? I mean, they have been trying to fight.
Yeah, they just need to keep looking for small pickoffs
Dire's
with
top
Beastmaster.
tower is under attack.
Oh, in comes the Haunt, just to test where everybody is. Assuming that they were actually helping on the bottom lane, I guess. Tinker goes down. Wow.
He does.
That one there.
They initiated. He had marched down and was TPing away, and next assassin walks in, presses spike carapace, black haunt, and boom, that's a kill. Why couldn't they have been doing this for more time?
Why couldn't you say there was a kill on the bottom lane? I missed that one.
Oh, well, it happened. It was a kill.
Yep. To be fair, I haven't missed that many kills today, considering the amount of hours that we've been passing. We have a Bastion now up on Hunter's player, or at least in his stash. But that's gonna be helping out a lot, especially with the Spectre. Spectre actually picked up a relic.
Spectre? Yes, he's definitely going Radiance. I knew that was coming when he was sitting on like 3,500 gold. Probably should have said something though. The Nakes will be able to always win in a 1-to-1 man fight with Spectre. Pretty much always, unless Spectre gets ridiculously farmed. And Nakes is underfarmed. But when they're even on items, Nakes just wins. It's as simple as that. Feast is strong. The thing with Spectre though is it's not about him killing off the opposing team's carry by himself. It's the amount of damage that he's going to be able to do to the supports during Haunt. And the supports is basically everyone on the team other than the Nakes. And the answer is he can do a lot of damage.
Oh.
So
Koikfa, he's the one to go down here, gets roared and gets killed. No hope for him. Jen in the end with a test of faith to pick him up. Black able to run himself away, but gets blinked after. Rockets will fly. A laser actually is enough to take him out. 2 heroes, 2 cores picked up from Mouse Sports by MUFC. They're just getting caught out of position.
That's a tower.
That is a tower. Illuminate will at least try to slow it a little bit down. Pass with the Vendetta is gonna run out soon. Luckily for him, it's a level 2 Vendetta. But he can't come in too close because there's still a gem up on lane. The tower will drop.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Mouse is getting picked off because they have no vision because there's a gem. They have some wards up. They have a ward up at least at their ancients. And a bottom lane ward. But they don't have the greatest vision because of this gem. And that rune ward just gets killed off. Beastmaster with his pets, he can just run straight down the river from top to bottom and check everywhere for wards if he so chooses.
Yeah, that Hawk MVP at countering those high ground wards. In the meantime,
well, like giving the vision for the board to counter it, I think is a proper way to say it.
Of course, combination. Even though right now, oh no, he doesn't have a Quelling Blade. I was gonna say with the Quelling Blade he can take it down himself, but
oh boy.
What?
They had a lane ward and they saw that Koikwa was farming top, and Koikwa just TP'd out on them.
Well,
and
can you blame him?
That was so close to being another free kill for MUFC. I know they're disappointed to not have that one.
And Haunt comes in, they're trying to take down the bottom lane. Rubik indeed goes down. Was a bit too far out for him by himself. March of the Machines will make sure that the push is gonna get stopped though. And that's gonna come out every time until we're gonna see Koikfa in a position where he can solo Tinker. For now, that's not the case yet.
I don't think he needs to get to a position where he can solo Tinker. They've got Spectre on their team. They have Furion on their team. They have a Nyx on their team. They don't really have to worry about soloing the Tinker.
Kill off Tinker.
They do have to worry about focusing him down at the start of the fight, but that's all on Black pretty much. And Koikwa. Koikwa and TFG are both gonna have their hexes at similar times. Koikwa's gonna beat him by a minute or two, actually, because he's 500 gold up. Right now, Koikwa needs around 600, 500, 600, 500. You know, the Tinker needs another 1100 or so.
Well, Tinker is getting there. I mean, he is farming very nicely for himself. His net worth is looking pretty good as well. He is keeping up with the highest farmer, which is on his team as well, which is the Life Stealer. And his gold per minute is actually still a little bit behind that of Koikfa, but that's because Koikfa has that Hand of Midas still. And there's gonna be Spectre's Radiance ready.
Now Mouz might look to take a fight. Well, no. 30 seconds on Haunt. Once that's up, I think Mouz might look to take a fight. Because the Hex is now also up. Fada is also working on another Hex for them. And Despite them getting picked off a bunch by MUFC, they were able to find their farm.
Oh, look at the positioning
And
of MUFC.
the items.
They're really waiting for someone to come high ground. It's not happening though. Even Tinker comes in to try and make sure that fight would go their way. But
And the Mouz is like, no, we do not have our cooldowns. We will sit back,
I don't
wait
blame
for them, and now we will fight you.
Well, now they can't fight them anymore. I do like Pass's Blink Dagger, but I have yet to see it actually work for them.
All he needs to do is blink into a march and press Carapace. Then Black ult, Fear ult, and that's a dead Tinker. Really powerful combo.
Well, you keep telling them what to do, but they don't do it. Why don't they do it? By the way, for people wondering that you can, if you don't hear BDiz inside the game client, can you please switch to a different caster and then switch back, because that's a bug. Because BDiz was disconnected, that's gonna be a bug in Dota TV that it doesn't instantly gets you back with a connection with him as well. That's how it works, unfortunately. Fixed.
Awesome.
Dire's middle tower.
Shout out to my internet. Meanwhile, Mouz is continuing to farm up. 3 people from Mouz farming up in the Dire's jungle / top lane. Black's actually tipping out now.
Yeah, they've got that ward up the high ground, which is still alive for now, actually. No bird to scout it out. So they realized there was a rotation incoming from MUFC. MUFC has spent a lot of time trying to hunt down Mousesports. Not very successful, so they lost a lot of time with the gold there. Meaning that Mousesports has been able to get some gold back. Gold graph going back towards that 0 line. Experience graph, same story, though it's still a little bit more in favor of MUFC because of the kills that they have, of course.
That ward on top rune, denied.
The Night Hunt goes in, wanting to go on bottom lane. Tinker is going to be the target. Tinker should be dead.
And that's how easy it is for those 2 heroes. They don't even need the next, they changed my mind.
Yep.
The Hex isn't up on Tinker, so they really don't need the next.
And no buyback. This might be an opening for Mousesports to get themselves a tier 2 tower.
The global gankers.
The global gankers. It is funny though, I mean, it's a combination that is very gimmicky, if you will. If you of course have Nature Prophet Ultimate, bounces around across people that you actually see, and the Haunt reveals everybody. In the meantime, top lane Hex, it is Hunter's player that they want, and it is one that they get as well. Fada with the kill in the end. The gankers are at ganking time once again. They have to continue keeping this up though.
And now Hex
I don't hear you anymore.
Mouse.
You are a Marsman.
What?
Now you're audio broken. I think your internet had a bit of a spike, but this time you didn't drop. You just sounded like a radio robot person.
Excellent. So Mouz has managed to farm their way back into the game. The Puck finished up his Hex as well. Well, still no Hex upon Tinker.
Nope. Well, Tinker has been kept down by getting killed off a couple of times. He still has quite a lot of gold though. But of course, Fada's Hex done first really helps out. And I don't hear you anymore, so that's gonna be you gone again.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay. Fun internet times.
Indeed, must be prime time somewhere. Abyssal Blade now ready upon Scrutinized, or Hunter's player. Pretty solid item, of course. If you mess it up together with the Beastmaster, who can just blink in and initiate, very strong to have. Tinker now has his Hex as well, so that's going to be helping out. And this is looking like MUFC is going to be ready to fight very soon. It should be.
MUFC needs to fight.
Yeah.
Because they've just been getting picked off one by one.
Dire's top tower
And you
is under
can't let that
attack.
happen. Now if there's 2 X's up there, you have to be even more careful to not farm on lanes. And if you're not farming on lanes, then Fear is going to crush you with split push. This Spota is smoked up. He's going to drop a bit of a scout, and that's it with the orb.
Dire's top
Yep.
tower is under attack.
MUFC playing it careful. Not gonna defend their tower. Tower drops. In comes Tinker still though. If they want to fight, they can. Rocka's still going the way of Fada, but getting dropped down. And now it's clear that the vision is up on the high ground. Nature's Prophet Ultimate bouncing around. A mechanism gets everybody back up again. Both teams still around here. I say both teams, but Spectre's not yet there, but he can of course hunt in should something happen, so It's going to be keeping him safe. And MUFC, the one to get the control over the map again by clearing out that ward and forcing Mousesports back away from the top lane.
Back and forth game of farming.
Yep.
Black is working towards what I'm going to assume is meta style. It could be a defusal. I don't think he's going to go straight hard just because he's against the Nyx.
We'll see. Nyx is actually sitting inside of Too Fucking Good right now, so that means that he is going to be trying to be bait somewhere soon. Unless he just wanted to have a lift to the base, which I doubt he wanted to. Roshan is up again.
TFG doesn't want to bait. He wants to blink initiate.
Okay.
For sure.
He wants to go for
You never want to
Roshan.
bait your tank that doesn't have buyback. That just doesn't work out well for you.
Dire's middle tower is under
Well,
attack.
they want to go for Roshan. They need to go for Roshan. They can't really give it away to Mousesports at this point. As long as they're aware what's going on, though. For now, they don't have any vision. MUFC does. Mousesports does have vision.
And Black actually chose to go for the defusal instead of a Mantis style first. Yeah. Both items work. It's mainly to get rid of Lifestealer's open wounds from being applied on him.
Able to get himself out.
Dire's middle
So
tower
1k
is
gold
under
up on
attack.
Sinrin. He has got his Ghost Scepter ready, so Sinrin is about done with his items, or at least, you know, with his core items, so to speak. Passed with a Gem of True Set of his own. Of course, still Ling having his own as well. And they're still trying to get control over that Roche Pit. They have control, but the question is, will they try and go for it, or are they feeling like they're being led into a trap? And maybe trading a tier 3 wouldn't be too good for them either, so we'll see. TP from Tinker,
Dire's top tower
and they
is
back
under
off from the Roche Pit.
Tinker drops a march to try and defend top. But since Tinker's not there, MUC doesn't want to commit to Roche. They're afraid.
I don't blame them. I don't blame them. It's very scary for both teams. I mean, one wrong initiation can make or break this game, can give you the Roshan, can give you the chance to go high ground perhaps. We've got Mousesports taking control of the game in terms of gold again, going towards the 7k in favor of them. 5k experience in favor of Mousesports as well. And they're still trying to lay down some pressure on the top lane, forcing out some TPs here. Blink forward here in the roar, up on pass. Let's see, Spike Carapace will be put on. Impale comes out as well, up on 2. Steal the rocket will clear out the Nyx Assassin, and Gem on the floor will get picked off by FC. That means 2 gems up on MUFC at this moment. The rest of Mousesports backing off. Can't fight anymore. Losing the gem, that's actually a pretty big deal. No more control for Mousesports.
Yep, meanwhile Tinker TP's bottom, just to stop Black from pushing in. Farms up some waves. And Koiko's doing a good job of making sure he keeps Treants in the Roche Pit, so he knows exactly when MFC goes for it. And at the same time, Ling's Hawk has always been around the Roche Pit.
Let's see how far Koifa can get with that split push though. He is split pushing on top lane as MUFC is trying to take down Roshan. Well, I say trying, but they are gonna take down Roshan. Here comes the orb. Farah,
top tower is
making it scary. Blink, silence. Impale up on 2. Hand of God already there though. Dreamcoil still up on 2. Roar up on Farah, who gets hexed up and killed off. Black is gonna be the next target. He'll get picked off as well. Abyssal Blade doing work. He buys back. Haunts in. Nice Illuminate coming in. Send back still on the Lifestealer. Buyback for the Tinker who died as well. They do still get the gem back as they kill off Ling. Roshan in the meantime just sitting there bashing up on Chen creeps. At the end of the day, MUFC still has 2 heroes dead.
under attack.
But Mousesports was able to buy back their victims.
Strong buyback there from Black.
Infest out. In comes the Tinker. Lifestealer goes for Fada. Fada, who just bought back, goes down again. Tinker goes down as well though, and he of course just bought back as well, as we see that Cinderin drops. Spike Carapace stolen by the Rubik, pretty strong. Blink forward by Pasto, 1 more hit, that will be a kill for him as well. 4 heroes dead, 5 heroes dead, that's a team wipe. More buybacks to come, they really both want this Roshan. Let that be known. But 1 Lifestealer on himself. He's actually thinking he can do it as well. He goes in, 3 on 1. Goes for Koifa, Abyssal there, Koifa dies.
Koikwa didn't get his Shadow Blade off in time.
That's a
He
dominating
really wasn't
streak goal.
expecting that to come in from Lifestealer.
Who would be expecting that to come in from Lifestealer?
This is true, that was a pretty manly play from WTF aka Trash Hound Player aka Scrutinized.
Black having, I mean, he did die there, but he has been catching up on the farm a little bit. And of course, now he has the Aegis, so he can be even more safe in his farming. And he is still not highest up on net worth, but that is reserved for his teammate. One that will be continuing to be highest up on net worth, because this Nature's Prophet is pretty fat. With the Shadow Blade, with his MKB, he's highest because of his Hand of Midas, of course.
Despite dying there, he is by far and away the most farmed hero on the map. And that's just what Mouz does, man. They will out-farm you. And I'm really surprised by how passive they played this game, because they could have been way more aggressive on this tanker and shutting him down. But they still can be anytime they see marches anywhere. Pots could do a better job of just predicting where Tinker's going to go. But at the same time, I guess, at this point, they're afraid of using Haunt just for killing Tinker, because he can always buy back, and then they feel like, oh, there's no Haunt, we can push. That could be what Mouz is saying.
No, it's the smoke up for MUFC. They won't be able to find anybody with it, though. Everybody of Mouzsport is playing it fairly safe, or at least sitting on the other side of the map. Cinnamon farming a bit from the high ground. He's got his 4 staff up now. Looking pretty solid. And MUFC, all 5 are actually inside the Radiant jungle. But they know that the next fight that they will have would be up against an Aegis Spectre, so I'm not quite sure why they would want to have a 5-on-5 team fight at this point. Maybe they have any new items to show off? Not really. Not after the previous fight anyway. I mean, Mouzsports won that fight in the end pretty handily. 10k gold in their favor, 10k experience in their favor.
Nyx is trying to work his way towards an ACR heart or something to tank up, I'm assuming. And flank coming in from MUFC here.
Yeah, blink forward. Hex already up on Fada. Roar as well. That's gonna be Fada dead. In comes the Hunt from Black. Let's see what he can do. Hand of God already used. Tinker still goes down though. That's Spectre with a kill. That's gonna be Black with a double kill. Kills out the Beastmaster. Goes for the Chen next. Keep of Light with the last hit on that one. 3 dead for just 1 puck. The only one that got completely bursted down by MUFC. But Black coming in there, making a change, making a difference, and making sure that they can go high ground.
And Black just went straight on the Tinker there. Tinker bought a Ghost Scepter. His buyback's on cooldown anyway, so he can't come back.
Yep. I mean, all the buybacks are on cooldown. They were already used for the Roche Pit earlier on. Well, not all, but
most, yeah.
The one that matter. So that's going to be one set of Rex going the way of Mouzsports if they actually choose to go continuing on. Yeah, they will. Thank you. Can they actually rotate top is the question. They might be able to. I think they will.
They've got a lot of time left and the tower's low from all the split push Koiko did earlier.
Well, let's see how far they get with the
Definitely
melee
helps.
Rex. 12 seconds for Tinker. Hex up on the Lifestealer just to harass him away. In comes Rubik trying to defend, but not so lucky. Open wounds. Already gets dodged. Pass with a Vendetta, keeping it safe. Scrutinize, running for his life. He's got silenced up. Almost dead. Dream Coil comes in up on 3. Roar up on Fada still though. Fada will get picked off, but he takes 2 home with him. And that's 3. That is a GG call. That is MUFC losing a game. Once more, up against Mouzsports this time. And they'll have 1 more game left today. They can at least get 1 win in the first 2 days of the group stages, because...
Mouz looked a little bit shaky there too. It really looked like MUFC was going to be able to pull that one out. Then Mouz just out-farmed them, quite simply.
Yep. Got
their items up and just had too many items for MUFC to deal with.
And MUFC
Plus,
at some point looked
Mouz
strong
has
though.
Mouz has better decision making in 5v5 fights, but MUFC behind Ling's Beastmaster were able to get a lot of early pickoffs. They just couldn't convert it into tier 2 towers. They did a good job of converting pickoffs into tier 1s, but not tier 2s.
And we're gonna see if MUFC can take a win there or not. Or if Mouzsports can of course take another win to their name. I mean, we know that they need them too, even though they're not going to be able to use them anymore to get them to the winners bracket, but they are going to use them for honor and for glory and for morale. But that's also the same reason why MUFC looks to be taking themselves a game here. So stick around for MUFC versus Mouzsports, a second matchup for this Group A game that we're seeing right here for the International 3. Don't go anywhere.